The Sugar Show, my man, listen, hitting another jump shot. He told Paiva he was going to knock him out. Paiva got really offended. It was like, oh, no, I'm going to knock you out. Da, 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 da. AJ, my man, I don't think I was wrong to look at this matchup and say, like, I just don't see why people think that if O'Malley beats Paiva, he would be a title contender. Because Paiva, to me, he hasn't really done enough. Not in the bantamweight division, at least. He hasn't done enough. Even in the flyweights, like I said, he had a couple rough losses. In that win that he got in his last fight against Kyler Phillips, it just, Kyler Phillips 10-8'd him. You could have stopped the fight. He gassed himself out by punching him in the face. Not always the best game plan to have. And I think the story on this one right here was just simply precision. I think that's literally all it was. O'Malley was too precise, too awkward, too precise. What do you think about this?
Man, too precise. And the one thing I said in the pre-fight show we were doing rang true. If O'Malley hurts Paiva, he's not just going to empty the gas tank. He's going to stay precise. He's going to stay calm, get the finish. That's exactly what happened, man. Very patient first-round KO from the Sugar Show. And very tactical. I really don't have any other notes besides he did his game plan. He was even saying, he was like, I was pissed off because Daniel Cormier in my last fight kept saying, like, oh, he's looking at the clock. Like, yeah, I'm going to look at the clock. Like, I want to know how much time I have left. It's a very tactical way that Sean O'Malley likes to fight and call us a fanboy over here and not. Sugar Show's the real deal, man.
Yeah, man. And I will say I agreed with him because, yes, sometimes it is definitely a sign that a fighter's tired, when you're looking at the clock and you're like, oh, shit, man, all right. But then again, if you're being cerebral and you're trying to pace yourself and pick your spots and pick your moments when to explode, when not to explode, it's also a good thing to be aware of that. You want situational awareness all across the board. My question to you to close this one out, is Sean O'Malley improving? Are you seeing improvements each and every fight? Let's talk about the Chris Moutinho fight. That dude was a walking punching bag. He had to throw so many strikes because the dude would just relentlessly walk forward. This time around, he went back to his knockout ways where he's able to pick his spots, get his opponent going backwards. When he had him hurt, bro, I'm telling you, it felt like almost every shot landed. It was just like, bah, da, da, over the top, all different angles, and everything was just landing flush. Is he improving?
Yeah, I think so, man. It's hard because his striking was already top level. Yeah. But we saw the fact that he wasn't just headhunting, he was hunting to the body too. And that's really what hurt Paiva. Get his hands down, then come up top, hit him with some uppercuts. The striking is improving, even if it's just little by little, because he's already at the top upper echelon of his style, of his striking in general. I want to see how he does on the ground, though. We really need to see where he holds himself on the ground. Let's see, fight somebody like the Machine. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a hard fight going forward, man. That's going to be a real tough outing going, but we'll see. I mean, I still think he is improving little by little, especially because he's so young. Yeah. But it's just the X factor in me for the ground game. How much is ground game improving? Because the striking is already there.
Yeah, big question mark. So we're going to have to get that figured out here in the near future. And if he enters the rankings, that's what they're going to start doing to him. I will just say on this performance right here, my man, Dominic Cruz noted that Sean O'Malley is doing what he's supposed to do. He said he's doing a good job of doing what he's supposed to do. He's not really showing him too much love because, there's a little heat between those two. Do you think that is a true sentiment, a true statement right there? Do you think he's just simply doing what he's supposed to do as opposed to shining and putting on these great performances?
I don't know. I think he is doing what he's supposed to do, because if you're put on the main card, you're there for a reason. You're there to get flash KOs. You're there to really show up and perform. You have the swag. You see him hitting the jump shot in the photo. I think it was more of a compliment than Dominic Cruz intended it to be, because he's doing what he's supposed to do. And ideally, you perform to the level that the boss expects you to, a little bit more, so that way they keep you wanting coming back and you don't set the bar too high, which can sometimes happen with Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, well, I will say first round knockout, you can never be mad at that, right? I mean, listen, it is what it is.